In 1929, Albert Einstein received a telegram with a seemingly simple question that would evoke a response of infinite possibilities. The question, from Rabbi Herbert Goldstein, leader of the Orthodox Jews in New York, was, "Do you believe in God?" The physicist, whose mind had already unraveled the deepest mysteries of the universe, found himself facing a unique inquiry. To which he replied, "I believe in the God of Spinoza." And he continued, "Who reveals himself in the orderly harmony of all that exists. But I do not believe in a God who concerns himself with the fate and actions of mankind." Einstein's response was not just an echo of his personal convictions. Although brief, his answer opened doors to a deep philosophical and spiritual exploration. In mentioning the God of Spinoza, Einstein was referring to a conception of divinity radically different from that preached by traditional religions. He was referring to the thought of Baruch Spinoza, a 17th century philosopher who saw God in everything that exists, not as a celestial figure, but as the essence of everything. For him, God is the natural order of things, present in every particle of the world that surrounds us. Einstein, known for his revolutionary contributions to physics, shared this view. He did not seek God in churches or sacred texts, but in the perfection of the universe's laws. But what does it mean, after all, to believe in the God of Spinoza? It is to recognize that beyond matter and energy, there is an order, an intrinsic rationality that manifests itself in every detail of reality. By delving into these ideas, we propose a reflection on faith, science, and the nature of the divine, inspired by the correspondence between Einstein. Spinoza's vision influenced not only Einstein, but can also transform our own perception of the divine in the universe. Let's discover how. Einstein's response to the 1929 telegram reveals much more than his religious stance. It invites us to explore the depths of our own faith and the way we understand the world around us. Einstein's courage in expressing his belief in a non-orthodox concept of God inspired debates and reflections that endure to this day. The idea that divinity can be understood through science and reason offers a bridge between the spiritual and the empirical, between the sacred and science. Baruch Spinoza is often remembered as one of the most courageous thinkers of his time. Excommunicated by the Jewish community of Amsterdam due to his revolutionary ideas, Spinoza conceived of God not as a separate and transcendent being, but as the unifying essence of everything that exists. Spinoza's view of God and the universe was undoubtedly revolutionary. By identifying God with nature, he proposed an idea that broke with the traditional notion of an anthropomorphic and interventionist deity. For him, God and nature are one and the same, a single substance that manifests in infinite ways. This pantheistic view challenged not only conventional religious dogmas, but also promoted a more integrated and holistic understanding of existence. This perspective implies that every element of the universe, from the smallest particle to the vast galactic systems, is an expression of divinity. In other words, the sacred is not beyond or above the natural world, but intrinsic to it. This idea encourages a deep reverence for nature, as taking care of the world is, in a way, honoring the divine. By rejecting the idea of a personal and intervening God, Einstein embraced a spirituality grounded in rationality and the observation of the cosmos. His view echoes the belief that the divine manifests in the perfection of physical laws, a principle that governs the universe so precisely that it could hardly be attributed to chance. Believing in Spinoza's God, Einstein challenges us to see divinity in the harmony and order of the universe, an invitation to recognize the sacred in science and nature. This view offers a renewed perspective on spirituality, one that is deeply rooted in awe for the natural world and our relentless pursuit of knowledge. To live in belief in the God of Spinoza, it is necessary to seek equality among the unequal, to have a conduct of obedience, and to submit to the will of God, that is, to the universe itself. There is no concept of sin or of right and wrong, for everything is in God. However, this does not mean a license to act indiscriminately, as a true understanding of this unity leads us to act ethically and responsibly, respecting the natural order and seeking the common good. By seeing God in every aspect of the universe, we recognize that the apparent inequalities among us are diverse manifestations of the same divine substance. This perception drives us to seek equality, understanding that, in essence, we all share the same divine nature, regardless of the superficial differences that may separate us. The notion of obedience, in this context, differs radically from blind submission to a set of external rules. It is rather a voluntary alignment with the natural laws that govern the universe. To submit to God's will means to understand and respect these laws, recognizing them as expressions of divine intelligence. It is an invitation to live according to the principles of harmony, balance, and love that underpin creation. Spinoza emphasizes joy and sadness as central emotions in the human experience, attributing a significant role to them in our well-being. Joy is seen as an emotion that preserves and strengthens the self, expanding our ability to act in the world and connect with others. Sadness, on the other hand, is a force that diminishes and isolates us, limiting our expression and achievement. Living in harmony with the divine implies cultivating joy through a deep connection with life and appreciating the beauty and order of the universe. This philosophy redefines not only our relationship with the divine, but also with the environment, society, and ourselves. By understanding that everything that exists is a manifestation of the divine, we are compelled to act with greater respect and care towards nature and all beings. We are transported to a new level of consciousness. At the heart of this vision is the idea that the responsibility for our planet and our society rests on our shoulders. Instead of seeking moral guidelines from an external divine being, we are called to use our reason and empathy to navigate ethical challenges. Science, under this light, is transformed. It is no longer seen merely as a means to unravel the secrets of the universe, but as a bridge to the divine. Each scientific discovery brings us closer to understanding the laws that govern everything that exists, bringing us a step closer to the central mystery of life. Similarly, this integration extends to technology and innovation. Inspired by the complexity and beauty of nature, we can develop solutions that respect natural cycles and promote sustainability. Ethics becomes central in technological development, guiding us to create tools that benefit not only humanity, but the entire ecosystem. And perhaps one of the fields most transformed by this vision is education. An education that embraces the totality of human experience, cultivating curiosity and wonder, has the potential to prepare individuals to reimagine and completely change the future. By educating with an awareness of our intrinsic connection to the whole, we can inspire a new generation to live more consciously and harmoniously. This is a call to a life of discovery, respect, and admiration, where each step taken is a step toward a more fulfilled existence integrated with the cosmos. Spinoza and Einstein invite us to reimagine our place in the universe, not as dominators or spectators, but as active and mindful participants in an intricately connected cosmos. According to Spinoza, nature is not just a passive backdrop for human activity, but a living manifestation of the divine. This means that by connecting with nature, we are, in fact, connecting with the direct expression of God. This connection can inspire profound personal transformation. As we contemplate the order, beauty, and complexity of the natural world, we can find parallels with our own process of growth and development. Nature teaches us about renewal, resilience, and the interconnectedness of all things, offering valuable lessons for the path of self-knowledge and spiritual evolution. By recognizing the divine in nature, we are called to act responsibly and carefully, not just as an ethical duty, but as an expression of reverence and love. Only then will our soul rise and we will truly connect with the divine. As we seek to understand our place in the universe and the nature of our own existence, we are guided by a curiosity that is both scientific and spiritual. This quest for understanding can lead us to greater clarity about our own values, desires, and purposes, helping us to live more authentically and in alignment with the greater whole. The elevation of the mind and soul, inspired by nature and guided by Spinoza's philosophy, is a continuous process of learning and discovery. It challenges us to expand our horizons, question our assumptions, and seek a deeper understanding of ourselves and the universe. This path is not always easy, but it is incredibly rewarding. If this video made sense to you, write in the comments, "It makes sense to me." Remember to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to receive all the latest teachings.